On today's episode of History in a Minute, what does your last name mean? Good day, everyone. It's Mr. Philip Campbell with Homeschool Connections History in a Minute. I am your bearded, nerdy history guru. Most of us don't give much thought to our last names, but if you really think about it, there's a lot of history with last names. They often go back centuries and are rich with all these cultural and historic meanings. For example, take my last name, Campbell. There's various theories on the history of my name and what it means. One theory is that it comes from two Gaelic words, cambuil, that means crooked-mouthed. And nobody knows what that means. Does it mean that some ancient Gaelic chieftain had a scar on his mouth and it was crooked? Does it mean that someone in my family 800 years ago was a liar and hence they were crooked-mouthed? Nobody knows. There's another theory that it comes from the Norman period and that it's from two Latin words, de campo bello. That would mean from the camp of war, that it was a Norman surname for a knight who was a warrior knight from the camp of war. Nobody really knows, but we can see that there's a lot of history, a lot of culture that go back into our last names. What does your last name mean? Have you ever looked into it? Tell you what, why don't you go into the comment section on this video and tell us what your last name means. It's a very fascinating thing, so look into it. And if you're into looking into history, why don't you just subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends, and you can get historical tidbits delivered to your email every single week. Okay, that's enough for today. Always remember, history is awesome, no matter what your friends might say about it.